guys, how's everybody doing today? We're gonna do a little craft today. I'm Mandy with Western Grace Home Decor and Design. Hopefully everyone's having a great day today. It's really smoky here. We have a couple of fires here in Western Colorado, and it's we've been waking up every morning just super smoky out there. So hopefully they get those fires put out soon. That would be good. If you guys get on, say hi, and if you would share for me. You guys, I'm super excited. We we're over 5,000 now, so yeah, that's super exciting for us. So anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get started. If you get on, say hi, and remember, I can chat with you. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask them. If not, I will answer later. I always try really hard to make sure that I connect with everybody. So anyways, so last week I showed you guys that I found these little, I guess they're little charcuterie boards, or I don't know, layering boards, whatever you want to call them. These guys are really little. I found them at Hobby Lobby on clearance, and I think I got them for a couple bucks. So anyway, this is what it did look like, and then the back is just like this. And so I went ahead and this one was just like this. It had this print on it, but I sanded it off. And then I put one coat of paint over it because we're gonna make a little fall sign. So if you get on, say hi. I know I'm a few minutes early, guys, but I wanted to go ahead and get started because this actually might be a little bit long of a craft because we're gonna do a couple crafts. So anyway, so like I was saying, I got this at Hobby Lobby a few weeks ago on clearance, and I didn't pay more than a few bucks for it. I think it was $1 or $2, something like that. I don't know. It was very inexpensive, and I liked that they were like different sizes, so that I could make them like, you know, stackable or whatever. So anyways, I was saying that this one did have this exact print on it, and I sanded it on both sides. And it's just a little light sanding, guys. We'll take this right off. Or you could just keep this. This is actually pretty cute too. So anyway, and then I'm gonna show you guys how to make this little acorn. And I made this big acorn too because I wanted to match my little sweater pumpkins. And I decided I was gonna try to make a sweater acorn, and it turned out pretty stinking cute. So I'm gonna teach you guys how to make this. So we're going to go ahead and put one more coat on this little board, and the color that I used is Sherwin-Williams Amber Wave. And I just am using a baby wipe, guys. Isn't this color super pretty? Lolly, loved it. I decided I should probably not be doing all navy and white all the time. So anyways, just dip your finger in and wipe it on there. And then I decided that we would go ahead and do this and put another coat on, and then let this dry while we do our little acorn. So I just wanted it to be a little bit more yellow. You can still sort of see the wood grain through. And then I'm going to show you guys how I would style this in a little tray for your table, or your coffee table, or your entryway table, you know, all of those things. So that's just a super pretty yellow color, I think. Okay, we're gonna set that aside and let it dry. Let me put the lid on the paint so I don't spill it, because we don't need a mess. Okay, so on this little acorn, we used, I used some of the sweater that I used on the sweater pumpkins last week, and I decided I wanted to try to match it, and I have tons of sweater pieces left over, guys. So that's what I did on this one. Okay, so what you want to do is just go to the Dollar Tree, and you're just going to buy these little eggs. And you guys, I had tons of eggs left over from Easter, and I was like, what the heck am I going to do with these things? But eggs are perfect to make little acorns. So for the little ones, I use drop cloth, and I just cut a little random square, And this is for the bottom, so you want the long end, and that's what you're gonna do. So I took my hot glue gun. You guys have to be super careful with this because I burned my fingers, you know. And what I did was in the square, set it in the middle, and then just gather up the edges. So easy. Hopefully y'all can see what I'm doing. And then I did the other edge and gathered it up. So you're looking like this. And then this edge, and gather it up. And you're gonna have little pleats, but you can tuck those in. And you won't be able to see like the top because you're gonna glue the other end on. So, and then I wrapped the rope or jute or whatever you decide to use around the middle to hold it tight. So, which turned out pretty stinking cute, I think. Anyway, and then anywhere where you can see there's like a little pucker, just stick a little bit of glue and smooth it out as best you can. You guys, if you get on here, say hi to me. How's everybody doing today? How hot is it where you guys are all? Are you dying? Ready for fall? I know I am. Okay, so then I have the top part and I have my rope, and I tried using this little rope or jute for the little end, and I didn't like the way that it looked. It was way too much stuff, but hey! Okay, so if you just stick a little dot of glue right in the middle, I start in the middle on the top. You could probably start somewhere else, whatever works best for you. I just found that this works best for me. So I just put a little glue on the top. And the reason I painted these guys, I painted over the bright color because I didn't want you to be able to see. I wanted to make sure that you couldn't see. And depending on what kind of fabric or material you use, you may not even need to paint them. You may be able to cover it up, but I just wanted to make sure. So then you guys, I just wrapped it. If anybody made the beehives that were really super popular a few months ago, it's just exactly the same thing. This is like a tiny, tiny beehive. And actually these would be so cute as tiny, tiny little beehives. So there's a little tip for you. If you love the bees and you want to do beehives, you could use these little eggs for that too. I saw people use the big, huge eggs to make the big ones, and actually I did. I made a couple of really big ones, and they were really super cute. But I never, of course, until this, thought, hey, you could use them and make little tiny beehives. So, which would be super cute to decorate something with. Where did I get... Hold on, I'm just gonna scoot this up a little so I can see. The coil. Oh, that was, the coil was a bed spring, guys. I had, my mom has a friend who had a full-size box springs, like an antique box springs, that she gave to us. And so I'm gonna, for Christmas, I'm going to be doing all kinds of really cute little bed spring crafts. But anyways, there's, you know, the springs, the little tiny springs that hold the springs together. I don't know how else to explain it. We cut them off of that. That's where I got the springs. So, but you could use floral wire, guys. You could use a heavy gauge floral wire and then curl it. That would totally work. Or, I mean, just go to antique stores, depending on where you guys live. Here, we don't have much stuff like that. But you could probably find them, you know, multiple places. So then I just finished it off. You guys, you don't have to do that, but I did because I found that when I made these the other day, it was easier if you did. Okay, so that's what it looks like a little tiny beehive, or like the top of a acorn, except acorns really have like the little, you know, nut looking things, but whatever, you get the idea. I think it's super cute. So then I'm gonna glue along the top of it to glue it together. And then just hold it for a couple minutes. Hi, Mom. So, and then I just added, so I just found the place where I ended, which is right there. And then you're just gonna stick a little bit of glue right there. And then put some more rope just to hold it secure. And then I put more glue, like a bead of glue along the bottom of it to hold it. And then I went a couple of times around. And then it just held it. I have great language, y'all. Held it tight. And then you can just cut it off. And make sure you glue it down real good. And then you'll have all these little strings of glue everywhere. But you have this super cute little acorn with glue everywhere. Super cute little acorn. And with the big one, I just use a big egg, guys, and then I use the sweater. And I'll probably make a few more of these, but same exact way to do it. Thanks, Mom. Okay, now we're gonna work on this. So I made this little fall stencil, and it says Happy Fall, y'all. And we're just gonna stick this little stencil down onto our little board. You guys, and one of my cute little friends that is also a crafter, she did this last night on a big, huge one, but she didn't stencil on it, I don't think. I wasn't able to watch the whole thing. But she made a good point and said that because there's two sides, you could make this side like Christmassy or just every day. And then you could use, both sides, which is a great idea. So I'm just gonna try to center it the best I can. And then stick my stencil down. You guys, and we're gonna pray that this all goes well. I think that the paint is really good and dry, so we should be good. And then I just use something to make sure it's stuck down really good. I just happen to have this little wooden heart, so it's my little go-to. I keep it on my tray because it works pretty dang good. You could use a credit card or whatever you can find to stick it down. But anyway, and then you're just gonna peel off the top, the transfer tape. I'll stick that there so we can use it again. And then I'm using a little makeup sponge, guys, and I'm just gonna pounce into my paint, and I'm using white paint, pure white, because I want it to show up really good on this yellow. How do I make my stencils? I use a Cricut. You could use a silhouette, a Cricut. You can buy stencils. Let's see. You could also use, the Dollar Tree has lots of like stickers, like wall stickers that are actually pretty cute. You could use those. And then what I would say if you do something like that, if you don't have a way to cut your stencil, is that if you use a sticker like that, I would Mod Podge it down just so it doesn't ever come back up. So Just stencil it away, guys. Oh, I was gonna tell you too that, like on this one, it has this little hanger, and it's a little leather hanger. I took it off, but we're gonna put it back on. So I just took it off for painting purposes. So we're gonna let that dry for a second. And while we do, if anybody has any questions, you have a silhouette. The cheapest material to use for your stencil, is that what you're asking, Teresa? So I use Oramask 813, and you can get it on Amazon. Oh, you want to make some reusable ones. So there is a material that you can get to make reusable ones. I have not done that because you have to weld in a certain way to where your stencil all stays together. And I just haven't gone down that road yet. I would like to too, because then I wouldn't have to keep on making stencils. I would just research that because I really need to research it too. But for me, I just use the one-time use stencils, and I use Oramask 813. There's lots of different kinds you can use, but I found that that's the best, the thinnest, and you get the best, for me, the best kind of look. So, and then I just used for my carrier tape, or well, I guess that's what they call it, the tape that you can move it, you know, transfer tape. I just use the clear shelf liner from Walmart, and it comes in a huge container, or a huge roll. So that's like super cost effective for me. So, and then I do, all of my paint that I use, guys, is Sherwin-Williams, because you can, I know that there's a lot of you guys already know this, but for all the new people, you can get this quart size. It's almost exactly a quart size, and it is the, gosh, I always try to remember what they exactly call this, but it's like their, like trial size, whatever. What is it called, guys? Somebody help me out. Words can be hard sometimes, y'all. What is it called? Anyways, it is a quart size, actually. It says a quart. And they're like, you can get them for $6, guys. This is like so much less expensive than any kind of craft paint you can buy at Hobby Lobby or Michael's. And I mean, you could use a coupon. And if you only needed a little tiny bit, then that would make, sample, thanks Mom. That would make sense. But if you were gonna use a lot of a certain color, this is definitely most cost effective. So, oh, that's awesome. You work at Lowe's so you can get all the mist tints. That works too. Perfect. So, anyway, yeah, that's how I do it. And then you guys, you just want to do light coats on your little stencil here. And what I would say is make sure you sand in between, which of course I didn't do. So, but I think that the paint is pretty good and dry, and it's stuck down pretty good, so I'm not really worried about it bleeding. But if you were worried about it bleeding, or your piece of wood wasn't very flat, if it had lots of ridges in it and stuff, you definitely want to sand in between. And you could also, a little tip you could use is you could put the first coat on the same color as like the yellow. Like you would do your first coat yellow, and then that would seal in the stencil, so you wouldn't have bleeding. And there's lots of little pieces in here, guys, so just bear with me for a second while I pick them all out, and then this is going to be super cute. Super cute. And then I'm just picking them out, guys, with my little Cricut picker thingy. I don't know what this thing is called, but that's what I call it. The Cricut picker picking tool. Because it is kind of hard to get down underneath with just your fingernails. So this does make it easier. Or you could use, if you don't have this tool, you just use something sharp. So I have a little part where I got some up here where the I went over the stencil, and then I just take a baby wipe and wipe it, guys, and then there we have it. Isn't that super cute? I think it's adorable. Okay, so we're gonna take our little leather piece and tie it back on there. I think that they just gathered it like that and tied a knot in the end, which is so cute. I thought about putting a bow on it, but then I was like, no, this is cute. So you could hang it, but I'm gonna show you guys how I'm gonna style it. There's so many ways you could do it, but hopefully y'all can see. Let me just move some of this stuff so I can move the camera if I need to. That is darling. Thanks, Mom. Okay, let me just scoot this way a little bit so y'all will be able to see. So I found this little tray at, I think it was Goodwill. And it's just like a little wooden tray. So I decided I would show you guys how I would do this. So I got this at Hobby Lobby, and it's super cute. It has the chicken wire around the edges, or around it. And I wanted to let you guys know that I did an order to my supplier, and I got some of these. They don't have this neck, they're just like open, and they're a little bit taller. So I'll have those for sale when I do my next sale, live sale. So anyways, I'm gonna set that there. And then I got this, this pick from Walmart for I think it was $2, guys. So we're just gonna stick that in there. And then I have these cute little leaves. So I decided I would stick those in there. Are we too close, guys? Hopefully y'all can see this. Yeah, I think you guys can see. You'll get the general idea anyways. I know I'm outside of the camera, but I dropped a pumpkin, so gotta pick him up. So then, so I made this little guy. This is just one of those little rounds, and then I stuck these little beads on the end, and it's just like a little riser. And then I thought it would be cute to stick one of our little pumpkins that we made last week on here. Maybe we can. Our little jar lid pumpkin. And then this came from the dollar spot at Target, guys. And this little pumpkin is just a pick. You can find these everywhere, guys. Thought it was cute. And then I decided we would put my little acorns. Oops. Little acorns in there. And this little sign. Let's see, maybe like that. And we'll put this little acorn in there. Can you guys all see that pretty good? Oh, this camera. I'm sorry, guys. Anyways, so you get the idea. That's what I envisioned for it. I thought it would be super, super cute to do something like that. There we go. Now it's in the camera. So, anyway, just a fun little, you could put this on your kitchen counter. You could put it on your coffee table, an entryway table, you know, just anywhere like that. Oh, let's get these little leaves to where you can see all the color in them. So, anyways, hope you guys have a fantastic day. And then I have a few other A few other little things ideas of things that I have to do later this week. Well, I guess this is already Wednesday, so we have Thursday and Friday. But I have lots of fun stuff coming up, guys, so stay tuned. And if you guys would and you like what you've seen, everybody please share. I'm going to be doing another giveaway because we hit 5,000 guys, so I'm super excited about that. And I have to think about what the giveaway is going to be. Something fun though, for sure. So everybody stay tuned, and thanks for watching. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. And if anybody has any ideas of stuff you would like to do, let me know. I'd be happy to research and find some more stuff. I mean, I have tons and tons of ideas, but you know, you can never have too many. I also thought about showing you guys how I would decorate a dough bowl. So, and another thing, real quick, guys. I know everything just keeps coming up, and I forget to tell you guys everything, but I am going to do a live sale in a couple of weeks, and I'll let you guys know what that date's going to be. But I have some really cool stuff. I have this lady that I found that pours candles in dough bowls, and I have a couple I want to show you guys. I'll show you guys those tomorrow, and they're so stinking cute. Anyway, so y'all take care. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.